now for him to level up, and I didn't think half an hour ago, Stuart, I'd be saying that, to be honest.
The drama is building here in Blackpool.
First session, Priestley started with a 1-4-1, he had a 1-1-6, Taylor in between had a 1-20, had an 82 finish, and there you see the latest odds, and Taylor 1-66, now 1-4. Priestley 12-1 at the start, down to 5-2, ever narrowing the difference between them. But that first session went to Taylor, 3-2. The second session, with the help of an 87 finish on the ball, went to him 3-2, 6-4 ahead. The third session to Priestley, 3-2. Each session very closely contested. And this, at the moment, 3-1 to Priestley, the session. But is Taylor going to level up by taking this 20th leg of a remarkable contest? And what's just as remarkable, Stuart, is that this crowd are living every single dart. Look at it, absolutely fantastic, totally focused on the board, on the stage, or the pictures they can see around them.
Well, just 41 from Taylor. Another big leg before the break. Priestley hoping he could complete another break.
66.
Well, 66, and it's always good when you get 66 if you hit 5 and 1 with your first two darts and then get the treble. But when it's that way round, it's a disappointing result, as Taylor picks off treble 19. And I think he's staying down there. There's room for another, certainly.
96.
To leave 205, so still nip and tuck this leg if Priestley can put in a score.
The last three darts from Dennis Priestley probably been the worst three that he's thrown in the match.
Yes.
50.
Signs perhaps of tiredness creeping in, I don't know, but one wonders. He's up there on that stage now for almost 20 legs, around about an hour.
45.
Well, he's left himself a finish, John, not the finish he was hoping to leave.
No, and of course for concern for Taylor that, because he had every opportunity of really homing in on this leg and getting off the stage level, but Priestley with a treble here.
60.
Not quite happening for either of them at the moment, is it? But it could now. Oh, watch the Taylor fans jump off their seats if, but it's not to be.
Well, 60 for Taylor. You would feel here that Priestley has to take 140. It would be a real body blow to Philip Taylor. Great first dart.
Yes, 80 wanted, two darts in his hand. It never occurred to him to go two double tops, Stuart. Wouldn't have been anything wrong with it. He's, as I say, been practicing on that particular part of the board, as well as the rest, but in particular tops. So it's going to be Taylor going for tops. That's an absolute certainty after this start, to level up at 10 legs apiece. Oh, can he get one underneath? There's room alongside, just underneath, and that's exactly where he went. Oh yes, 10 apiece, a lot to play for here. The darts go in the pocket, they'll wipe themselves down and be back for more. So will we. tension rises. And that's what Priestley thought of that. Yep, they're great friends, as Stuart said. And even on the hockey, in the midst of a tremendous contest, a place in the semi-final of one of the greatest contests in world darts at stake. And yet still one player can appreciate the efforts of the other. But back to business now. 10 apiece, effectively now best of 11. And almost inexorably moving towards perhaps a tie-break ultimately.
Well, I just wouldn't like to call this at the moment. You mentioned a little while ago that one factor that may come into it is stamina. But Priestley, you've got to say, is showing no signs of wilting. Do you know what? I'm amazed at the darts that Dennis Priestley is producing. Not just tonight, but over the last 12 months. And when you consider, John, it wasn't so long ago, maybe only 3-4 years ago, that he was very, very close to packing it all in.
Yes, 12 months ago was a key period for him. He had that wonderful game against Taylor, but he had some other pretty useful games as well. And I don't believe that's where his best form started. I think it was an indication of the improvement he was making anyway. And I think he's been in pretty good nick now for about 2 years. That was the pinnacle, I believe, and this may well equal or even better it. He's certainly still a menace, that's for sure, and Taylor knows better than anyone. But that's the case.
For all Priestley's improvements, he has to go to that next level here now tonight. He has to finish Taylor off, he has to beat him.
Well, it has reached the stage in the contest where his stamina will be questioned, and stamina in terms of concentration as well as in terms of physical capability. So 8-8 for a wonderful 1-2-1 finish. And I said some time ago, Taylor ain't done with yet. He'll probably win this leg, and it will be against the throw, and there'll be yet more work for Priestley to do. He's lost the last 2 legs, of course, having put a wonderful run of 4 on the trot together before that.
So Taylor to seize the initiative once again. 8-8. 11-10, Taylor back in front. 4 legs on the spin for Priestley. Now 3 on the bounce for the power.